Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan with Gear Radical. Today I'll be reviewing these. This is called a Steel Hose by FitFighter. It's available for $75 at fitfighter.com. It's a 15-pound steel hose. And you're probably wondering, why is it called a steel hose? Well, I wondered the exact same thing, but now I don't because I know the answer. It was actually originally made to keep firefighters in shape. It's made from an old fire hose, actually, so it's pretty cool. It's filled with what feels like sand, but it's actually like tiny little specks of steel, which is, it's like sand, but it's better because it's heavier. Now let's talk about the price. $75, you're probably thinking, $75, 15-pound weight, Well, let's talk about this. So, first of all, this isn't a metal dumbbell. You can do a lot of things with this. It's made of fabric, so if you were to do something like slinging it over your shoulder or tossing it up into the air and catching it, and if it were to hit you or something, you're not gonna break a bone or something because it's not made of metal. You're still probably thinking, what can a 15-pound steel hose do that a pair of 15-pound dumbbells can't? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna tell you why this is a better option as opposed to just your normal dumbbells. So just some things that I like to use them for is kind of, I don't know what you call these, are they like butterflies or something? But, you know, kind of starting down lower, doing a few of those, and then standing up a bit more straight, kind of doing that. And then after a few of those, kind of get them up on your shoulders, and then just this, you know. I also kind of like to do just curls with kind of free, both your hands free, or you can just do your kind of typical curling, kind of double up. Also, doubling up with this can improve your grip strength because you're holding two of them, so that's also a good plus. You can also kind of do these things, pretty effective too, or you can do squats. 30 pounds isn't much when it comes to squatting, but it still works. Now, I might not be doing this correctly, but I believe this is called the figure 8. They actually suggest doing this on the app, which I'll tell you about later, but kind of go under the leg like that, and then do it again. I think the key is just to lift up your arm, and it really helps with coordination and arm strength. So another good one for grip strength that was mentioned in the app was to kind of take the steel hose in your palm like this, and then twist at your wrist. Ow! Why does that hurt so bad? Also, to kind of help with your core strength is to do something like kind of twisting. Kind of keep your arms at a 90-degree angle so you're working the biceps too, and just twist. I don't exactly know what this move is called, but you can find it on the app. And also, something worth mentioning is you might have noticed these things do have a little bit of give, and that's good. I don't know if they were thinking this or not, but when you pick things up in real life, they're not always just gonna be a metal bar that doesn't move at all. That's like what dumbbells and barbells are, but these are kind of more realistic. Things that you pick up in real life, like a giant sack of flour, for instance, it's not just gonna be a big piece of metal stuck in one position. This kind of trains your muscles to adapt to loads that kind of move around a little bit, and just more realistic, I guess. So not sure if they kind of were thinking that when they made this, but it's kind of genius. Now, these things can also be used for weighted sit-ups. Also, it kind of sits nicely on your back like this, so you can do weighted push-ups. And that actually works really well because it kind of teaches you not to kind of dip your body too much, because if you do, just for example, if you do that, it will cause the thing to kind of slide off like that. So yeah, not only strengthens your arms while doing push-ups, it also helps you keep a good form while doing push-ups. So another one of the workouts that was also mentioned on the app was, I think it's called the plank pull across. You're basically in a plank position and you use one of your arms to yank the steel hose across the ground. So not only does this work your core because you're planking with just one arm, but you're also taking the steel hose and pulling it across, which helps your core and your arm muscles. So it's really kind of a double whammy. It's a really good workout idea. And because this is made of tough fabric, and it's not just like a metal dumbbell, you can yank this across the floor without the fear of it breaking or chipping or scraping. So you probably noticed I mentioned the app a lot, and I really did, because it's pretty cool. It's free to download, and basically when you open it up, it gives you kind of specific workout movements that you can do to kind of work out specific muscles. And so it's really helpful. It got a lot of videos, honestly. It would be pretty cool if they had kind of like a workout plan to give you for specific weights that you have, but they don't. And I mean, it's a free app. What can you expect? But I did notice that a lot of the workouts kind of require you to have kind of this extra rubber strap or carabiner to hook up to something. And like, here's one, for example. He's not only using the steel hose, but he's also got it connected to something, and he's like pulling on it. And so, yeah, a lot of the workouts require that you have those extra things, which are available at FitFighter.com. There are a lot of specific workouts that you need those extensions for, but there really are a lot that you don't. So I'm not complaining that much. But also, you can access the FitFighter shop, and as you can see, you've got just a whole bunch of different type of weights. You've even got like t-shirts or sleeveless shirts, even hoodies and water bottles. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good app overall. You know, I only really showed you just a few things you can do with this. As you saw with the little bit that I showed you from the app, there are just so many different type of workouts that you can do with this. And it really makes just getting a small 15-pound dumbbell or a pair of 15-pound dumbbells just seem kind of silly, because there's so many different things you can do with this. You can toss it up, you can kind of swing it around a little bit, and you really can't get this type of thing with a dumbbell, because it's just a little piece of metal, and you'll probably hurt yourself if you try doing something weird that you can do with this. So again, $75 for a 15-pound steel hose. Might seem like a lot, but when you see how many different things you can do with a steel hose, it makes sense. And I'm pretty sure that a percentage is donated to first responders. So that's also a good cause that you can't get when you buy some weights on like Amazon or something. So again, this is available at fitfighter.com, along with tons of different weights. You can get like a pair of 10 pounds. You can get, I think, 20 pounds, 25. I also think there's like a 65 pound on there. So crazy stuff. Yeah, also different extensions you can get, like straps. You can hook to this little hole right here. I'm pretty sure you can also get kind of like handles to kind of put on here so that it's easier to do the whole pulling across thing that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, overall, I love these two. I love these two steel hoses. I'm super excited with the wide variety of different workouts you can do with these. And I definitely encourage you, go and pick them up if these seem like something that you want, if you're into doing workouts, but maybe you don't feel like getting a gym membership. Getting steel hoses are definitely a good other option. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, or if I helped you decide whether or not you're going to be picking anything up from FitFighter.com, again, I encourage that you do, because they're very, very useful. Please leave a like, and if you enjoy the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the bell icon to get a solid notification for every time we upload. Again, this is Jonathan with Gear Radical for Tech Gadgets and More. I'll see you in the next one.